Give it up for Angel City Brewery. My dream when I moved here was to lose my virginity, and that I did. Let's start from the beginning. I grew up like most of you, fundamentalist, evangelical, Presbyterian, like everybody else, right? So that means I was like at church like literally every single day. I was a junior high youth group leader. I was a girls Bible study leader, Bible camp counselor. I was in the church choir. I was there fucking 7 days a week, just praising Jesus. Like most of my friends, we all thought, I grew up in a small town in Washington State. We all thought we were going to save ourselves till marriage. And one of my friends did, my best friend from high school. She got married when we were 20, and they waited to have sex before marriage. And they're still married, you guys. They'll be married forever because they know nothing else. So, like, growing up, like, super religious, one time we were watching the Carol Burnett show on Nick at Night, and Carol goes into the land of lost things, and there she finds her virginity. And I asked my mom, I was like, what's virginity? And you know what my mom told me virginity was? It was something you could lose riding a horse. What the fuck? First of all, that's not accurate, and that's super fucking confusing. That was her only explanation. So in my mind, I'm like, it's a saddle, but I don't know. It's some sort of saddle. So I hit puberty, and I'm super into Beverly Hills 90210. Ba-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. I have every poster of Jason Priestley and Luke Perry. My dad makes me take them down because I have brought shame on the family with my ungodly thoughts. So I feel like having any sort of like sexual thought is like bringing shame on my family. My mom, I've had these boobs since 5th grade. This is not a joke. My mom would buy me like extra large clothes to hide my boobs so I wouldn't be raped. Like, that was her logic. And I thought that I was like I thought I was fat, very fat. I was actually quite scrawny. I was just swimming in giant clothes. So that was like going through junior high. I get to high school, I'm like, I'm a disgusting monster. I will never have a relationship. I will not have a normal life because I am gross. So I just throw myself into Jesus. I go to orphanages in Mexico. I'm building walls, painting fences, saving orphans. I go on mission trips to this ranch for delinquent boys in eastern Washington, where one day one of the boys ran away. Who knows where he is now? He's gone. We just woke up and they were like, Robbie ran away. And we're like, oh, fuck. I get to college. I go to for some reason I applied to like a bunch of Christian colleges. Boring. I end up at like a super hippie liberal arts school. It only has like 500 people. It's called Bennington College. It's in Vermont. Peter Dinklage went there, no big deal, from Game of Thrones, okay? Yeah, the Peter Dinklage. Carol Channing, anybody? So, like, I'm still super Christian. I joined the only Bible study group. It consists of 5 of us. And guess what? They're fucking bitches. They're judgmental as hell. They're exclusive. I'm like, what the fuck? These are supposed to be my sisters. They're dicks. I'm like, wait, maybe religion isn't that cool. It's a little hypocritical. I thought we were supposed to love everybody. No, these bitches were like, just, you know them, telling people they're going to go to hell. So I'm like, okay, maybe religion isn't, I'm not cut out for it. I decide, okay, the next person, I don't need to wait till marriage. I will just wait till I meet someone I love. Well, Okay, then I go to Italy. I study abroad. I'm like, oh, drinking's not a big deal. I'm still not having sex, not doing drugs, just being just a good Christian girl. I go on another mission trip to Bucharest, Romania. That's a hellhole. If you ever want to go to hell, go to Romania. I lived there for 8 weeks. I worked in a baby hospital with kids who had flipper arms and AIDS. Yeah. You guys, they have a pediatric AIDS problem. I go on another mission trip. I'm like, I'm doing the Lord's work, you guys. Still my hymen intact. I get back from Romania and Italy. I finally get a boyfriend. I meet a boyfriend on my short form improv group called the Octopimps, because there are 8 of us and we're pimps. We fall madly in love. He has a lazy eye. He does abstract poetry. I'm in love with him. We date for 6 months. I torture him by giving him terrible blowjobs and not having sex with him. This poor guy was probably just so tortured. Then I graduate, and then I'm like, okay, this summer, I'm going to go to Maine, and he is going to take my V card. And I was like, got the plan. And guess what? He breaks up with me over the phone. No trip to Maine. Still have a V card. It's 2003. I moved to New York. I gained like 20 pounds eating pizza every day. Every single day, I think I ate pizza. I don't date anyone for 2 years. Then I move to San Diego. I go to graduate school for acting. I'm like, okay, yeah, for sure, I'll meet someone at graduate school. I'll meet someone are you guys like debating whether I'm lying right here? I feel pizza, like New York style pizza. Do you miss it? Yeah, because in California it's weird. Something about the water. You should go to Joe's Pizza though, right? That's like the closest, because I heard they import the water from New York. Where do you guys like to go for pizza? Village Pizza on Larchmont? It's all right. All right, it's okay for LA. Well, we'll have this discussion afterwards. Okay, you guys. I moved to San Diego. Someone's at the door. I'm drinking a lot, smoking a lot of weed. I smoke more weed than I ever have in graduate school. I party the hardest. One time I ate 5 pot brownies in one night. Guess what happened to me? I was legally handicapped for 2 days. I was like, ugh. I told everyone I had food poisoning. And I just laid down for 2 days in a classroom. And they believed me. I partied a lot. Guess what? I didn't have sex. I made out with maybe 2 people in those 3 years of graduate school. It's 2008. I moved to Los Angeles, city of dreams. My dream, losing my virginity. I'm on a mission and acting, but mostly I wanted to find a boyfriend and get her done. That's what Larry the Cable Guy meant when he said get her done. He meant the female orgasm, right? So it's 2008. I get my first job catering at the music center in downtown for this company called Patina that's a piece of garbage. I meet a preschool teacher. He's a preschool teacher by day and a cater waiter by night. He's so adorable. I find it very sexy that he likes small children. But in retrospect, he was a preschool teacher because he had the mind of a child and he had no other options. And this is not insulting to preschool teachers. There are many preschool teachers, they're like, have other options. He had no other options. But I found this very sexy. I was like, he's gentle. I was like, we're going to do this. President's Day, 2009. He's got the day off of school. I'm temping at UCLA. I got buy condoms. I better lube. I'm fucking ready. Okay? I gingerly sit on his penis. It's horribly painful. And I just kind of like, I'm like, I move up and down. I'm like, are you coming? He's like, no, not at all. Not at all. I was like, all right. And I was like, previously I had finally gotten the courage to tell him I was a virgin. And he was like, what? How old are you? 27. The answer was 27. Yes. So anyway, I lose my virginity to this preschool teacher. I almost said really stupid preschool. Preschool teacher. We have uncomfortable sex for a while. We have lots of unprotected sex. You guys, I'm so happy I don't have a baby right now. It's like the best day. Like I was almost like, yeah, like very, very free-spirited, willy-nilly about it. I was just like, yeah, pull-out method. I don't know what I'm doing. You guys, if I had his baby right now, I would have killed myself. I wouldn't be standing here. The moral of the story is, I was really fucking old. I waited very long. I did think I loved him. We ended up dating for a year and a half. He treated me like garbage. He forgot my birthday, and so he drew me a picture of a robot, and it said, Osimo the robot wishes you a happy birthday. And he laminated it at his school. And then he got mad at me when I didn't hang it up and frame it. Like, that's where, we broke up finally. I dumped him finally. But guess who? His brother still tweets at me. His brother, who does comedy, of course. But the best part of it is one time he was going down on me. And earlier that day, I had had a parade of meats. I'd gone to a barbecue and had a delightful parade of meats. It was like kebabs, hamburgers, hot dogs, everything. Put it in my gullet. He's going down on me. I fart in his face. He thinks it's a queef. No, it was a fart out of my butt. He tells me, you sunk my battleship. Exactly. And every time I think about that, I feel really, really satisfied. Thank you.